Okay, great. So good evening, everyone, and welcome to our annual federal programs expenditure meeting. This is a public participation meeting where we notify our stakeholders of how we use our federal money, what federal money we receive, and how we utilize that money. And we give the public an opportunity to ask questions and give feedback to that. Given the current COVID-19 situation and our virtual formats, we'll be conducting this video today. We'll also post it on our website and then give an opportunity for people to post questions or comments that we'll get back to as soon as we can. To kind of talk through our federal programs, Talmadge City Schools receives a number of federal funds. These range from Title I programs, Title II, III, IV, and IDEA, which are special ed programs. And we'll kind of talk about those in particular. They're federal funds that allow us to use money to support our at-risk populations. The first program that we have is our Title I program. Title I programs allow us it's the ability to improve basic programs. And most of the funding in this program centers around staffing, professional development, parent engagement, and supplies. It allows us to hire, we are a targeted assistance Title I program. That means we target services, particularly in the areas of reading and mathematics for students. This allows us to do a variety of things like hire Title I staff in terms of salary and benefits, and like I mentioned, professional development opportunities, parent engagement, and supplies. Other programs that we receive federal funds for are Title I-D, which is our neglected population. In particular, we use those funds to help staff our shelter care programs. We are able to offer tutoring and intervention and supports along with supplies and materials to our students that are in shelter care programs. Title II-A is a federal program that supports effective instruction for our students. In particular, in the Talmadge City Schools, we use these funds to help in terms of class size reduction, which has been shown to be effective in improving student achievement. So we use that money to add staffing that in effect impacts class size in our schools. Title III funds are language instruction for English learners. Those federal funds allow us to, in part, address some of our hiring and salary and benefits for, we currently have a full-time ESL teacher, and we have a ESL tutor or EL tutor in our buildings to support our students. It also allows for professional development, interpreting and translating services, and then supplies. It also allows for family and community engagement. We do a variety of activities with families, like our international night that we hold. So that supports that program. Title IV-A is student supports and academic enrichment. We do a variety of things with these funds. They do everything from allowing us to address bullying and prevention programs, suicide prevention. We can use some of it for our technology programs, particularly in this time of virtual learning. It's allowed us to enhance and improve our blended learning programs. We also use these things for conflict resolution, for enhancing and improving our AP offerings, our CCP offerings, early college offerings, dual enrollment programs that we can offer at the high school level too. So a variety of ways that we can use those funds directly and through professional development to support student needs in our buildings. IDEA Part B is traditionally known as special education funds. We use special education funds in a variety of ways. Again, we use those funds for, in some regard, for staffing, salary and benefits. Our funds allow us to fund about about 5 intervention specialists, though we have 27 in the district. So clearly the funds we receive don't support everything that we can offer, but they do help in that capacity. Again, we also are able to provide a variety of professional development, supplies and intervention, along with services. We do contract supports and services from some agencies to help our students and their unique needs, so we can use the funds that way. And the last funding area that we have is our IDEA Early Childhood Special Education Services. This is a small amount of money, a little bit over $7,000, and all of that funding goes actually directly to, we're part of a preschool consortium through our educational service center, the Summit County Educational Service Center. It's our program, but they run the program, and that funding goes towards supporting that program so that we can provide quality preschool services for students with IEPs who are at risk. That is the bulk of how we use our money. We wanted to at least share this opportunity for everybody to get a sense of how we use that money. If you have specific concerns or questions around how we use that money, or suggestions on how you think that money can be utilized, we work throughout the year with all of our stakeholders, as we said, to understand and engage what people need and what their interests are, but we are always open to feedback and input. So as I had mentioned at the beginning of this presentation, if anyone, if you watch this video, there will be a link and an opportunity for you to post questions and or concerns, and we will respond to you as quickly as possible. Myself, I didn't mention at the beginning of the broadcast, but my name is Roy Zeman. I'm the Director of Student Services for Talmadge City Schools. So I'm part of that funding process. Our Director of Teaching and Learning, Shelly Monachino, is on the call here and will be available if needed for questions and answers. And our treasurer, school treasurer, Jeff Hostetler, is on this broadcast too. Shelly or Jeff, do you have any other comments or questions or concerns?
No, I'm very good. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you all for tuning in for this and just hearing a little bit about how we use our money. Again, if you have any more specific questions, there will be a link and we'd be happy to answer it at any time. So thanks very much and have a good night.